Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, Stamping at Noon with Janey Backer of Inspired Stamping. And I'm going to see if this is showing up where it's supposed to show up. Let's see. We just changed internet providers this morning and he left, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, and so we're getting all the computers and devices and everything switched over to the new Wi-Fi, and I think this is going to work. Oh my goodness. It's just, gotta try new things, but hubby's been working from home. The kids have been at school. Oh, hi Donna, welcome. Isn't it ironic that the day you get new internet, a new ISP is the same day that I'm live, and that's just how it goes. So sorry that I'm late. Goodness sakes, just gonna laugh because it's all good. I showed up, we're here. We're gonna stamp, and the sun is shining. It's a beautiful day. Just all sorts of funny things. So welcome to Tuesday at Noon Stamping. Please leave me a comment and say hello. Tell me what's the highlight for your day, what you've been up to. And I'd love to hear from you if you're watching on replay. This will also be uploaded to YouTube, so leave me a comment on YouTube as well if you're gonna pop in there and watch on a replay. So I'm gonna flip the camera here and get started, so don't get motion sick. And just a reminder that there's family all around and people coming and going, so it's all normal. Hello, welcome. And gonna get this set up here. All right. So I'm gonna give Amanda just a quick, I was folding those and loading them into the envelopes and I got started, but that's as far as I got. Feel free to use the space as you want. Okay, so we are going to be working on a project today from the mini catalog, and we are doing Hello Dear Friend card kit. It's all inclusive, so you get this adorable box and stamp set. Oh, thank you. As well as an ink spot. I know it's tiny on this page. They send you these 4 designs of cards that you can make up with all the die cuts, the layers, your trim, your sentiment banners, even adhesive. Really all you need is a set of scissors and you're good to go. So I'm going to show you these designs and make them up with you. I am going to use my Stamparatus today, which is a stamp positioning tool. So if you're new to my page, or if you're new to stamping, my website's inspiredstamping.com, and I offer a host code each month, and this is my host code if you go online to order. I will update the video at the end with the product numbers, so it's easy to figure out what I used today and where it goes. Okay, so let me grab my mat. Today we are using Photopolymer Stamps, which are the clear stamps. If you watched last night's workshop, I talked about the different stamps that we have and how they're used. So typically if you're hand stamping, you would attach a stamp to a clear block, such as this, and stamp your image on your cardstock. The Stamparatus is an exclusive tool from Stampin' Up, and it holds your stamp so you can do repeated images in the exact same placement. So let me get, so I did this in a class and I made a template, and it's probably not real gorgeous on the screen. But this way they could put their sentiment labels right in place and stamp it repeatedly. Okay. To get perfect placement. This is also handy so that if you have any missed ink spots or light stamping, that you can apply ink multiple times to that image and it is perfectly placed again. This is an ink spot, and compared to an ink pad, it is, whoops, significantly smaller, but it makes it super easy to place the ink on your stamps. Okay, so that's the Stamparatus and process of getting that set up. All right. So here is my packet, and our assembly line crew pre-tied these bows, so that was super helpful. These are the, can't tell if it's copper or gold, get my light up a little bit higher, foil edges. They're really pretty. It included envelopes, cute green stripes on the interior, so I'll put those aside. Card bases, those are the two smaller cards, and then the two larger card bases. Die cuts ready to be popped out, so we'll just punch those out. Real life with people in the house. It's just not as quiet as a studio could be, but that's okay. We all have families and we all live with people. Hello, Miss Dana. Thank you for joining, and Donna, so nice to have you leave comments so I know you're here. Have you used this kit before? It is cute, and this vellum with the copper foil, we're going to call it copper, we're just going to go with copper, is really beautiful. And it's so nice because copper is really difficult to heat emboss, and you have to go slow and carefully so you don't scorch the vellum. The vellum is very heat sensitive. So this is beautiful. Hello, Miss Greta. Thank you for joining us today. We are creating the Hello Dear Friend cards kit. Let's see. All right, so we are going to find the sentiments that match these shapes. So this was a really nice kit in that they gave us extra sets of sentiment labels. Sorry, I'm off the camera. Let me adjust the camera down a little bit. There we go. So I drew lines so people would know exactly where to put these in place. There isn't a whole lot of room to use the magnets. So with setting this up, I went with washi tape, which is easy to move and remove, and holds it right into place with a very small margin, whereas the magnets are a bit bulkier and take up more space. I do love the magnets, but for these small sentiments, that is not the right shape. It must go over here. Yes, it does. All right. Nope, that's not it. There it is. It's like a puzzle putting the pieces together here. Okay. Press the washi tape down to hold those edges in place. So the reason the that I'm using this in so many edges is because the stamps have a sticky surface, and even with the ink can create suction and try to pull your cardstock banner layer up. So you want to just adhere it down so that it's not popping up, so it stays right where you want it. But I am going to take a magnet, and I put bright duct tape on mine. One, so it's easy to find on my desk, because a gray magnet is really easy to lose. And two, it's a really tight hold, so that extra flap there is a handle. So you can see it's just going to hold my grid paper square into the corner nice and tight. Okay, so let's see how our lighting is. There we go. So I like to put a stamp set under the platform to support the stamps while I ink them. And you're just going to take your little ink spot and tap it all over that stamp surface. This is a linen felt pad instead of the sponge that is on our larger pads. So it's okay to press a little bit more. And as you see, I got a little bit of ink on the edges, so I just wipe it up with my chamois. Now we're going to lift the plate and press it right into place. Sorry about, I really got spread out over here. I realize this is messy. Place things to the side. And lift, and you can see I did not get a complete image there. So I'm going to ink this up again. And then press. And lift. Okay, so now you can see I have a better image here. This thank you is nice and solid. It looks super clear and sharp. Make is a little spotty, so we're going to give it a little more inky love and make it really crisp. There we go. I'll lift here so you can, oh, that's not going to work. I have the other plate on there. So you can see how precise it is. There is no shadowing, no double image from being stamped 2 or 3 times. It's beautifully clear. Okay, so I'm going to pull these off and then put them over here so they're safe and out of the way. All right, so now we're going to go to find the next size image. Pull up the washi tape and get those nicely straight with the grid lines that they provide on this grid paper. Oh, I see. So I did have one on there, and I see the stamp grabbed it and got sticky and pulled it up. Okay, so I'm going to just turn this on the side. Boy, this is the noisiest my house has ever been, so I hope you can hear everything clearly. This is crazy. So the beautiful thing with the Stamparatus is that you can set it up for your project and use it over and over. And then when you're finished, you just clean it all up and move on to the next project. Here we go. Right into place. Every Stamparatus includes both of these hinge plates, so you always get 2 hinge plates. And this definitely needs another coat of ink. So we'll get this in here. There are other stamp placement tools on the market, but Stampin' Up! Took time to develop theirs and was later to introduce it because ours has some cool exclusive abilities that stampers, demonstrators from Stampin' Up! Helped contribute. There you go. So we have these hinges that allow you to move your plate. So say that you wanted to place your cardstock here and you wanted to do the word hello over repeated, and it's called hinge step stamping. So you could stamp it once here, then move down the hinge, and it stamps 1 inch lower each time. And then you can stamp it again and again. So that's not a complete demonstration of how. I should do that on another, maybe next Tuesday I'll do hinge step stamping with you. But it's so exciting I can't help not mentioning it. Oh, I'm glad that you all love the Stamparatus too. Greta, this kit is so beautiful. The gold foil, the vellum, it is just elegant. Okay, so you cannot store these both closed because in order for them to have the same type of clearance, they have to have the exact same positioning. And you cannot put 2 things in one space. So you're going to pull this one off and just store it upside down off to the side, like on my chair. So, all right. So, just going to show you that beautiful cord. Super pretty. Okay, here is the stamp set. It just got lost in my layers here. And look at my samples here. Okay, so we're going to take the yellow floral card base, and it is scored, so we're just going to fold it. Get my trusty bone folder for a nice crease. This has the upside down vellum piece. So if you have done vellum before, then you'll know that the adhesive shows through, so you want to be strategic. I know from the instructions that it's going to be covered here and here, so I'm applying my adhesive in the areas that will be covered up. Just like that. Okay, so it goes over there. Tear and tape has a really nice, secure hold. I really love working with it. There we go, put it right there. We're going to take the A Day to Remember. There they are. If there's anything you notice in my stamping presentations is I lose things on my desk all the time. It's a daily struggle. So, this is going to hold the little ribbon underneath, so we're going to attach the ribbon with a bit of tear and tape. So you can take your bone folder, or if you have a strong fingernail, just press it down, and then that paper backing comes off easy. So attach this here. into that tear and tape. And then we're going to add 2 dimensionals. Place it right over that adhesive under the vellum. Make sure you pay attention to that. And then this calls for the big, beautiful flower. So let's put 2 dimensionals on here. And then place it right here. Okay, there is card number 1. And tuck it into its beautiful envelope. Good to go. All right, now we'll make the next full-size card. And it has the largest piece of vellum. And you can see this is where we're going with it. So the center part is a good place to put our adhesive. Yeah, there is a big lag. We're trying to watch here live on the other devices, and so watching it from me talk to it pull up on Facebook, it's kind of funny to see. It's a little time warp. Okay. Oh wow, look at that, I put it on the wrong side. Well, we might just have to improvise and move the flowers around. Make sure you know which side your images are, because it's mirrored obviously, and I didn't put that in my brain to mirror it. Okay. And just down a little, there we go. Okay, center it. So the adhesive doesn't show up super bad, but it is under there and a little obvious. So we're going to do the same with this sentiment and put the tear and tape to hold our ribbon, our little bow. Oh. Make sure the adhesive stays on the cardstock before you just rip it off. I'll adjust these little tails so that... Okay. Now it needs dimensionals as well. I just put one over that adhesive so it doesn't get stuck flat. I want it to have that nice pop and lift. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to attach the purple flower with dimensionals. And it's going to get the big pink flower. And over here is the little yellow flower. Okay, so first we're going to attach the purple one. And our yellow one is going to hang off the edge here. And then the big, beautiful yellow one is overlapping. There we go. All together. I'll tuck it in there so it stays clean and tidy. Okay, we have 2 more cards. These cute mini cards. So this one gets this beautiful vellum layer, and it pretty much gets covered up a lot So we're going to give it plenty of adhesive because we can. Oh, oops. Pardon me, I've got the wrong card base. Let me try this again. I'm going to hold this out of the way. I'll fold it. And, oh boy. Okay, so then the beautiful flowers go on the front. Having these printed die cuts all ready for you to use makes it so fast and easy to put together. So you do get to stamp, but you don't have to stamp everything. This gets the thank you sentiment. And we're going to use our tearing tape again. The kit does include glue dots for your adhesive, but you do not have to use what they include. You can use what you prefer. And for this application, I've learned that tearing tape makes me happiest because I can position these where I want them to show up. You see how I'm doing that? Press it down. Can make the ears a little bit more even. Okay. Put our dimensionals on here. Gonna flip it over just to check to see what it looks like. So that one tail is extra long. Give it a little haircut. Okay, so take the backings off. Don't stick it into the adhesive. Press it right into place. And see how those loops and tails show through. Easy peasy. That is our little card. And I have somewhere, there they are, the cute little envelope. Now it's usually easiest to slide them into your envelope this direction. If you're going to mail them, you want all of those layers towards the back, but this will go into a gift bag. It's a smaller type of card. You could mail it. You would just go ahead and stick it in this envelope and then grab one of our standard envelopes for actual sending through postage. It just slides in there and it'll go through with a regular first class stamp. So don't stress about it being small. This is too small to go on the postage, but you'll just slide it into a regular envelope and it's easy peasy. But there are plenty of reasons to put this in a gift bag, to a potted flower, to a bouquet, attach it to a mug. All right, card number 4 is this one. It has a hello friend. So this does not have any gold cord attached to it. It gets the leaves that we're going to attach to the lower section. So like I said, make sure you know where your mirrored image is so you're attaching things to the right place. So I like to hold them while I'm watching the front edge so I can see where they're going. Go back to our dimensionals. We're going to attach it right onto this card front and make sure you can see that it's centered. So I want to make sure that these leaves fit on the card front so that they fit into the envelope. There we go. Then you're going to get your big yellow flower and it's going to overlap the sentiment here. So we're going to put dimensionals on the lower half of it, and just to make it secure, we'll put a little bit of tear and tape towards the top of that. Okay, remove the backings. And check to see that it's going in the right place, and if it looks good, press, and it's attached. Cute. So pretty with the shiny foil edge. Then you're going to slide it into your little envelope, and it's good to go. So this kit, again, is called Hello Dear Friend. It is in our mini catalog, and there's my catalog. It's right at the front, page 6. So you are going to get 3 of each of these cards. You get a dozen cards, the stamp set, which also includes a flower and leaf set, and an extra sentiment that says hello, or just a little note. So you can mix up your sentiments. You don't have to follow the instructions. You get to do what you want. So for a dozen cards, a stamp set, an ink spot, and they give you double of these that you need, so you can use these for other cards. Plus, I also had a couple flowers and extra leaves as extras, so those are nice to integrate on other cards as you're creating. Move those down. And this is $32. Super great value for getting a dozen cards, your stamps, your ink. Oh, it does include one of the clear blocks. I forgot to mention that. Looks just like this. It is a clear block that's included. So I hope you like our stamping today and enjoyed the Hello Dear Friend. If you want to order it, it is product number 154473. And if you go to inspiredstamping.com, you'll click on the grocery cart and it will take you to my online store. So here are those cards that we made. What do you think? Do you want to make these cards? Let's see what we've got for comments going here. Any questions? So let me know if you have questions that I didn't cover info on the kit. Those are our cards. So today was a big product release. Our new butterfly bouquet early release came to Stampin' Up! Today, and I shared this on my live workshop last night, so you can rewatch that either on Facebook or on YouTube. And I shared with you the Butterfly Brilliant stamp set, the Brilliant Wings die set, and we created a couple cards, and I shared some extra designs as well. This is one of the cards that I created. So be sure you go back and watch that replay if you missed out. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. If you have questions, go ahead and add them to the comments. I'm gonna flip my camera back here and say thank you so much for joining me for Tuesday Stamping at noon. And I'll be back next week, and I will have a project to show hinge step stamping with the Stamparatus. There's a tongue twister for you. So have a great Tuesday. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.